Hello, everybody. On my way to here, I was talking to my wife, and she said, piece of advice, when you are on stage, don't try to be charming, witty, or intellectual. Be yourself. Anyways, my name is Deepak Bawa, and I'm the CEO of Splitwaters. And when we say Splitwaters, we are empowering industries with the cost-effective hydrogen. And we are into green hydrogen. And I don't need to emphasize more on the importance of the green hydrogen, right? We all know that. But just for a fact check, there have been 1,207 projects as of last week announced all over the world for green hydrogen. And how many of those projects have been FID? Less than 50, around 4%. So let me tell you a quick story on that. A genie was talking to a man. She said, "What's your wish?" The man said, "Can you please build a highway from California to Hawaii? I like Hawaii, but I don't like to fly, and I hate boats." She said, "Do you know how difficult it would be to put the pilings in the Pacific Ocean, how much concrete it would take, and how much asphalt it would take? And on top of that, environmental permit would be a problem." She said, "Can you ask something else?" He said, "Okay, can you tell me why the green hydrogen projects are not going FID?" She said, "Okay, how many lanes on the highway you need?" Right? So we all know that we want the projects to go FID, but there are so many challenges. And one of the biggest challenges with the green hydrogen is CapEx, because everybody says it's first of a kind, and it's a complex project. We cannot give you a lump sum turnkey price, and the unit rate and the time and material. It's an open checkbook for the clients, and it keeps going and going, right? It doesn't stop. So that's why, let me take you the next slide. I don't want to again emphasize on why we need green hydrogen, but these are the practical problems why the green hydrogen projects are not going FID. See, the thing is, if you are a client and you want to build a green hydrogen project, you need to work with an electrolyzer OEM company. You need to work with an engineering and procurement company, and then a construction company. Electrolyzer company has their coordination cost to coordinate with engineering and construction company. Engineering company has their coordination cost to work with electrolyzer company and the construction company. And the construction company has their coordination costs. And on top of that, this engineering and procurement company has 15% markup on everything they are procuring. Almost like electrolyzer plus 15% markup. So the CapEx goes really high, right? And that's the main challenge for all the developers. And what we do, we say that, okay, can we present this solution to the industry that electrolyzers, engineering procurement, construction, commissioning, startup, all are happening under one roof. So we, as Splitwaters, we manufacture alkaline electrolyzers, right? And we do the engineering and procurement. We have 250 engineers in US, UAE, and India. And we have the construction capabilities, right? We have our partner company who owns 50% stake in Splitwaters. They have been around 45 years in complex construction projects. And again, alkaline electrolyzers have been in the market for over 70 years and for chlorine manufacturing. So what we did as Splitwaters, we did not reinvent the wheel. We just took those electrolyzers, improved the metallurgy so that the lifetime of the stack can go high. If we maintain the stack as Splitwaters, the lifetime of the stack can be up to 12 years or more even, right? So by doing all the things under one roof, we say that we are at least 30% cheaper than any other combination of any electrolyzer company, engineering company, and construction company. 30%. That is easily achievable because we don't have those coordination costs or the procurement markups. Everything is happening under one roof, not three contingencies on a project. And the most important thing which we offer is LSTK price, lump sum turnkey price. One fixed price, so the client doesn't need to guess about the unit rate or how much it can be, because if you are a developer and you are taking this project where you don't know the cost of the engineering construction, and you take it to any investors, investors don't get the confidence because the number is not stable. It can always go higher, and it always do. We all know that, right? So we present that kind of solution that, okay, we give you one LSTK price, you put it in your business model, show this investment committee memos to your investors, and one fixed price. It doesn't go beyond that, right? The next thing which we do different, again, this is like who we are. We are the EPC company, and we are the producers of alkaline electrolyzers. So the other thing which we do for the clients is we do a modular solution. Because we know, I've been on the other side as a developer, so we know that 50% of the CapEx goes into construction here in the United States specifically, right? And we have modularized the whole system, whole green hydrogen plant, so that the stick-built construction is less than 20%. What it gives us is we can control the timeline and the budget, and we can say that, okay, this is the timeline for your project, and this is the one LSTK price, and we can control it because everything is happening at our fabrication shop. When we go to site, we just need to have the foundations and cooling tower, wastewater, and all that, but everything else is plug and play. How it looks? This is how it looks. This is a picture of two 5 megawatt electrolyzers. That stack size, which we think is a sweet spot, whether you have a 40 megawatt unit or whether you have 100 megawatt unit. 5 megawatt works very sweetly. Why? Because even if we take 5 megawatt out from the line for any kind of maintenance work or something, still you are not losing much on production. What this one shows is two 5 megawatts with the same train, separator and purifier and compressor and all that. So it is kind of a 10 megawatt train with two 5 megawatt stacks, right? So we can go higher also, but we think that for any size which we are talking these days, which is like up to 100 megawatts with all the clients, this works perfectly. Why Splitwaters? Again, CapEx, we are at least 30% better than any other combination which is practically available these days. And our availability is 95% a year, which not many people talk about, that if we are maintaining the electrolyzer, our electrolyzer will be available at least 95% of the time in a year. And then the metallurgy which we have improvised, the membrane, the frame, and the cells, so that gives you a lifetime of at least 12 years, rather than 8 to 10 years, which we hear in the market. So the CapEx is low, 30% at least. The efficiency is high, and then the longevity of the stack is much longer than what is available in the market. This is a solution which we provide as Splitwaters, and everything is happening under one roof, right? So what we are doing for here in the US is we are working on a 20 megawatt project also, which we announced in April, but I'll come to that too. But this is the demonstration plant of 0.5 megawatt which we are building for all the clients to come and see what kind of electrolyzer we are using, what is the workmanship, and how our electrolyzer look in person, and then they can witness the green hydrogen production, right? So this will be working by March of next year in Houston. We are a Houston-based company, which I forgot to mention in the starting. So this is the project I was talking about. This is the phase 1 of an e-methanol project. 20 megawatt we are building as phase 1. And in phase 2, we'll be adding 80 megawatt more, plus we'll be producing e-methanol. And when we say we produce e-methanol, Splitwaters also offers the e-fuel solution as an EPC. That we work with the e-fuel technology companies, whether it is Topsoe, Casale, or somebody else, and we build the plants for e-methanol, green ammonia, e-gasoline, or whatever you need, right? So again, Splitwaters, EPC for green hydrogen as well as e-fuel plants, and we are the manufacturer of the electrolyzers too. Any questions? I know that I'm kind of running behind the time a little. Any questions I can take? Sure.
How do electric lights work when it's at night, and how do they function?
How the electrolyzer works?
During the night and during the daytime hours?
Sure, sure. The thing is, again, as we know that the IRA specifies that we can be eligible for $3 per kilo if we are taking the real-time power and hourly match it. So the electrolyzer takes the renewable power coming from solar and wind. In the daytime, solar takes over and it produces that kind of electricity or power. And with wind, you can cover the nighttime too, and batteries, right? So up to what percentage you can cover, up to what percentage it can be working, that depends on the location and what is the efficiency of the solar and wind in that part of the world. Thank you. Sure.
So, two quick clarifications.
Sure.
So the first one, you said you manufacture everything, right? Vertically
Yes.
integrated. Just making sure you're making even the stack itself, or you're buying stacks and then integrating it with the balance of plants. So that's the first one. The second one is just again a clarification. Again, you had mentioned, right, it's 500 kilowatts demonstration in Houston. But I think in one of the slides before that, you said you've installed 25 electrolyzers. So I was like, so 25 500 kilowatts. Like, tell me more.
Yeah, so let me take the second question first. The 500 kilowatt for North America, this is the first one. And we are already manufacturing electrolyzers. And we have, with our partner, these electrolyzers are under operation, more than 25 projects. And this particular project is specifically for North American clients, and to get the certification by working with few universities on the degradation side, where we claim that our electrolyzer stack has a life of 12 years. So we want to prove that these are the curves which show the degradation less than 0.5% every year, right? And are we manufacturing the stack? I answered your question, yes. Plus, I'm going to add that we are putting up a factory in US for electrolyzers. And we are talking to 2 state governments to see like where we are getting the best incentives. And we are putting a gigafactory in India also as high value fabrication center, where we're going to build the modules and the electrolyzers. And I think I'm running out of time. So I'm here at the conference today and tomorrow. Or you can catch me through our website or my email too. But happy to answer any questions while I'm around. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.